So before we get started, this is a shout out to Skylar who requested this. Now I don't do these very often, but there are some I don't know how to say it, but there are some qualities to do this. Either A, you have been viewing my channel for a long time, or B, you're going through some rough times and just need something. But I do have to apologize, Skylar. I did not find the one you kind of wanted, but I hope you like this. It's just a little hangout with you and him. But anyways, I hope you enjoy. Also, I forgot to mention it's kind of short. I'm sorry. Kuroo, I'm bored. I whined to him. He glanced back at me from his video game. Him and Kemma were playing and he was losing badly. I told you that I was playing with Kemma before you came. Kuroo replied. I flicked his bed sheet. I know, I said with a frustrated sigh. I just thought that you'd get off when I came. I mumbled quietly in hopes he wouldn't hear. But he did. You can't make me choose like that, Yin, he said, throwing his hands up and groaning when he lost again. I snickered. Kemma's beating you bad. You should get off, I teased. He shot me a glance which made me laugh and shrugged at him in a response. Then I went back to staring at the wall. After a minute or two, I huffed, a pouting form on my face. I came here to spend time with my boyfriend, and now I'm just getting ignored. I would not stand for that. Hey, Tetsuya, get your butt off. We're gonna go do something together. I walked over to the console, switching it off and huling him up. Hey, he complains. I rolled my eyes. You were losing anyways. Kuroo grumbles out a response that I didn't hear before getting up and grabbing his phone and his wallet. I grabbed my things, shoving everything into my purse and dragging him out the door. Did you grab the keys? I asked him, knowing he often forgets to. He nods, holding them before locking the door and putting them in his pocket. Come on, I say, taking his hand and leading the way to the nearest ice cream shop. Of course, Kuroo's recognizes the path instantly. Ice cream? He asks. I look at him with a smile. Yeah, do you have any complaints? Quite the opposite, baby. Kuroo replies, dipping his head down to kiss my cheek. I blush, a small giggle escaping me. Once we get to the shop, we didn't take too much time to order. More of I rushed it a bit so that he'll be able to make one last stop before the sun starts to set. Where are we going now? Kuroo asks, as I hurriedly grab his hand and drag him, speed walking in the opposite direction from Kuroo's house. You're going to spend time with your girlfriend, I say. We kept walking until we caught a small canyon sight. The sun setting at the cliffs, there's a cliff on the side with a canyon, with a beautiful view of a small waterfall that fed into a stream at the bottom of the canyon. Think Grand Canyon plus rivers in Tokyo, by the author. How'd you find this place? He asked, stopping to admire the view. I sat down by his stand form, legs swinging off the edge and leaning back a bit, placing my hand behind me to support so I didn't fall backwards. After a moment, Kuroo looks away and back at me, down next to me and taking a spoonful of his ice cream. I lay my head on his shoulders and take a lick at my ice cream, cleaning up the sides. I came here with friends a lot when I was a kid. I forgot about it for a while, but then a few months ago I was thinking about it and wanted to come back. I've wanted to show you ever since. He listens as I continue, surprisingly quiet but fully engaged, nodding along as to me as I talk. I started to come here when I was sad, or just to be alone. It helps me calm down and reminds me the world's not ending. It's beautiful, Kuroo starts, looking down at me, but not as beautiful as you. I blush, moving my head off his shoulder to look at him. Kuroo had a stupid smirk plastered on his face. That lets me know he was trying to flatter me on purpose, and I roll my eyes at him. He just laughs, cups my cheek, and pulls me in for a kiss. I love you, Yin, Kuroo whispers as he pulls back, his breath fanning across my face. I love you too. He smiles and pulls me into his lap, wrapping an arm around my waist and licking his ice cream. I lean my head against his chest, listening to his heartbeat, before going back to my ice cream as well. And then, we just sat there, our legs brushing together as they swung in the open, side by side, with me listening to his heartbeat, as we both stared off into the sunset, eating ice cream